Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly learning series from the book of Peter Drucker. Here we are with week 45 and the title is What do leaders stand for? Yeah. So let's begin here with an interesting question for all of you. When you see or hear about brands like Amazon, Apple, Disney, GE, Nike, Tata Group and so on, what's that one common thing comes to your mind? Yeah. Yes. All of your answers may vary, but all are valid ones. One thing is for sure, all the leaders stood for something very great, something very noble. And research indicates that they all stood for leadership values. Yes, they stood for their value system. Yeah. As we explore more, every human being has set of values in form of unconscious drivers and blockers within themselves that guide their behavior, actions and decisions. Yeah. Interestingly, values sit in a hierarchy within themselves, and understanding the same help us to become more deeply aware of what likely to drive us more. So in a way, leadership is nothing but a value-driven activity. Values guide us the way we want to continue to live. Values help us to retain that relevance and vitality in the ecosystem. Values, like nutrients that sustain an organism, sustain in organizations. So to define in simple terms, values are situation independent decision helpers. Yeah. As per one of the research of Harvard Business School on value of values in leadership, and the research indicates that 73% of employees expect their organization to define their values. 52% employees said they are influenced by the leadership values. And third, 79% rank value-based leadership as a most important attribute of leadership. Yeah. This reminds me a very beautiful perspective of Steve Jobs on leadership values. And as per him, it's a very complicated world. It's a very noisy world. And we are not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. So, we have to be really clear on what we want them to remember about us. And here he beautifully connects with the values at Apple. And those are great products. See, here he doesn't talk about revenues and earnings and so on. Great products. Second, simple, not complex. Third, ecosystem. Yeah? So it's entire energizing of that entire ecosystem and the value chain matters to them. So that's an ecosystem. Fourth, excellence. They never wanted to compromise on any of that substandard. Fifth, say no to detractors. It's about focus. Whatever we decide, let's continue excelling in that. Sixth, collaboration. Yeah, I'm sure in today's world, that's one of the important driver of that workplace success. And the last but not the least, accept mistakes. Yes. And I'm sure whenever we see or use those Apple products and the experience and the service we get, I'm sure we can connect and resonate to these values at Apple. Yeah. To connect further, values may look like an ornament during good time. They may be treated, and frequently are, as a nice little extras? Yes, but it is in the time of adversity, like we all are passing through this COVID-19, in the time that tries man soul, values become a necessity. If the values are absent at such kind of a time, there is no motivation for human being to walk that extra mile, to bring in those extra commitments, to put in that hard work of rewriting those strategy or trying to build something new. Believe me, people won't do this just for money. They would do only if they believe that what the organization does and can do matters. Moreover, it is this belief that is instilled and driven by the right values comes to the rescue and also bring the ultimate success. Yeah. So, let me bring here my real life story from my previous company, Tata Chemicals. 12 years ago, it was the time of 2008. The entire world was passing through that tough time. Most of the organizations were laying off people, and in Tata Chemicals also we all were worried. Management team had a discussion during the entire life cycle of employees. It is the organization we expect from people, and maybe during this time the people may be expecting a lot of support from organization. So they formed a 3-member team led by Managing Director, Chief Human Resource Officer, Chief Financial Officer. They visited all the sites, 3 manufacturing locations, 7 regional offices across the India, called for communication meetings and passed on only one single message. And that is, rest assured, no one is going to be laid off. And I was part of one of that meeting in corporate office in Mumbai. And I can tell you that the kind of comfort and soothing effect it gave to the employees. And believe me, in the next year, 2009, Tata Chemicals acquired 2 companies, one in US and another is in UK. Yes, I think the leadership values created that connect, brought that chemistry, and fortunate enough to be part of that environment, that exposure. Yeah. So, as a way forward, what do you stand for? As we evolve and integrate these practices into our style, I hope we will not be talking again about value-based leadership and just leadership. Yes, just leadership. Yeah. So here is wishing you all the best. If you like the video, please comment, share and subscribe. We'll see you in the next week with another Business Weekly Bite. Till then, stay safe, take care and happy learning.